I have this tech news. I need to get it out. I need to give it away, but
James, you can do Techlinked.
Yeah! AMD disappointed Ryzen fans last week when they said upcoming Zen 3 processors would not be compatible with existing X470 and B450 motherboards, meaning owners of Ryzen systems wouldn't be able to upgrade to Ryzen 4000 without buying a new motherboard. Shucks, AMD? Well, it looks like AMD heard the intense backlash to this announcement. Seriously, people were upset. And the company has now pledged to bring Zen 3 support to 400 series motherboards. The original decision to not support older mobos revolved around the limited amount of space in the BIOS. And while AMD hasn't said exactly how they're gonna get around that, they have said it'll probably involve something like removing support for older Ryzen CPUs. Phew. That was close. It almost looked like AMD was becoming the very blue company they swore to destroy.
No, AMD,
You've lived too long. Speaking of a blue company, Intel, that same one we were talking about, launched their 10th gen desktop processors today. Once again, built on the aging 14 nanometer process node.
I still got it.
14 nanometer ain't what she used to be. But somehow Intel has managed to build a lineup of chips led by the Core i9 10900K. That's how I'm saying it. 10,090. Wait, that's 1,090. Whatever.
900K.
Shut up, Riley. A lineup that still beats Ryzen by a hair's breadth in single-threaded workloads like gaming. And AMD's chips still beat Intel's on average in heavily multi-threaded creative workloads. And I'm a creative, so that's the team I'm in. But the performance comes at the cost of super high clocks at super high power draws. Although, as Linus and Anthony point out in the LTT review, the power story isn't as horrible as you might think. The chips also give users the ability to disable hyperthreading on certain cores to even further boost single-threaded performance, a feature brought over from the high-end desktop lineup. Now, as usual, the world's fastest gaming processor comes with a bit of a price premium, but if you buy one of these chips, you can brag to your friends about how much you spent on it. So, there's that.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, this chip was $1,000.
Oh, really?
I can't eat now. And Microsoft held their Build Developer Conference yesterday, but as become custom in the time of Corona, it was a fully streamed from home event that no one cared about. Did you stream it?
Developers did.
Developers.
Yes.
The company gave a peek at fluid framework experiences in Office, which will allow you to easily move assets between Office apps and have them update in real time, sort of like Adobe Creative Cloud. Microsoft also announced a supercomputer they're building with Elon Musk's OpenAI, which will be one of the top 5 most powerful supercomputers in the world, and will maybe give birth to Elon's next child with a commensurate name. The company gave Linux developers some more love with support for GPU acceleration and Linux GUI applications, and throughout the entire presentation, Microsoft sprinkled little Easter eggs and choreographed skits, whatever. Microsoft being funny, that's weird, you know? I mean, they've been funny before, but not on purpose. Cue the clip, Johnny.
Developers.
Now it's time for the quick bits, brought to you by the Drop THX AAA 789 audio amplifier, because you're worth it, baby. It's made with THX's feed-forward topology tech, which reduces distortion by 20 to 40 decibels. Get out of here, decibels of static. The AAA 789 delivers clear audio sharpness and tight bass without the bloat, and is capable of driving audio to any pair of headphones with balanced XL4, quarter-inch, and 3.5 millimeter outputs. It also comes with a 1-year warranty, and you can check it out at the link below. Of course, it's the quick bits. Apple is reportedly pretty far along in development of its augmented reality glasses that we've been hearing about for at least 19 years. If leaks from big leaker man John Prosser are accurate, that is, the leaks describe Apple Glass, which is, really, that's so googly. Apple Glass, come on. There's no way they're gonna call that. Eyeglasses, duh. They're powered by a user's iPhone, apparently, and they've got LiDAR sensors, but no camera, which is kind of good, because I don't want to stand at a urinal and look at your pee-pee and take a video, and it's bad.
You did that?
I might be tempted. And they're only gonna cost $500. That's actually pretty sweet considering the cost of an Apple Watch. Only time will tell whether Jern is right, but if he's not, I'm sure Toilet Squad will be there for him. In other leaky news, sources close to Google claim that the company's Pixel 5 will feature a mid-range Qualcomm Snapdragon 765 CPU when it launches later this year, rather than the flagship Snapdragon 865. Heck? Let's hope this means the Pixel line is returning to its more budget-friendly Nexus roots. Let's hope that. You're not Apple, Google. Don't try to be Apple. Just focus on not being evil. I don't like whoever wrote this. I want a flagship Pixel. I like my Pixel.
I don't. Bring back the Nexus 5.
They have the A. Pixel A's for you, Riley.
I love that one.
Nvidia has announced the CloudXR SDK, which allows developers to stream VR, AR, and mixed reality content to basically any head-mounted display with a focus on enterprise applications, which mean, who cares? And that sounds cool, but can we please get GeForce Now off the ground first? You know, with more than like 5 games? Also, the latency? You kidding me? Facebook is looking to take on Amazon's online shopping dominance with the new Facebook Shops. Sellers will be able to create digital storefronts on the platform from which users can either arrange to buy products in person, like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or purchase them directly through an online checkout. Sounds like Zuck was a little jealous of Bezos being on track to become the first trillionaire. Maybe it's the shaved head, or aerodynamic. And AI currently being researched at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital can diagnose COVID-19 based on imaging and clinical data from patients. The research showed the AI model to be as accurate, and in some cases more accurate, at detecting the disease than an experienced radiologist. Sorry, boyo. This is obviously great news for COVID detection, although I don't love the idea of robots ogling pictures of my lungs. I'd like them to get to know me first, maybe buy a drink for me to put into those lungs.
Show me your lungs.
Liquid goes in the lungs, right? Piss is stored in the balls. This episode is also too silly for my liking, so we're gonna be stopping it right now. Come back on Friday for more tech news and zero silliness. Maybe I'll show you a picture of my lungs.
Ooh.